Yes, YouTube, what is happening? Now, we've got a different episode of the prep vlog series thing that we're doing. I'll be taking you through a training day, but only if the tripod actually turns up. I've even left a little note on the delivery instructions being like, please bro, can you deliver it earlier than 4 PM? I don't want to wait until 4 PM to train, especially on a posterior day, which is the day that we're doing. We're doing glute drive, belt squat RDL, and then into some sort of mid-lat upper back work. Really good session. Like, out of all the sessions that I'm training across the week, this is by far the one that's seen the most progress, and it's because it's probably the most. There's a lot of movements in there that I've never really done before, like a glute drive. I fucking hated them, but obviously we're going on stage and we need walnuts, so glute drive it is. Belt squat RDL, like I have RDL'd before, but I've never got a connection like I have with a belt squat RDL variation. The amount of torque and the stability that you get on it just allows for a much cleaner way of executing an RDL. It just feels so much better in my opinion. So we're going to get tucked right in to a posterior day, not a full day of eating, and let's get after it. I'm just waiting to make my cream of rice, which I might film for a little bit as well. Even though I filmed it on the full day eating. We'll see if I can be arsed. You might see me in the gym, you might see me eating a bowl of cream of rice. Who knows? Look at that consistency, by the way. Absolute fucking sex in a bowl, man. Unreal. Absolutely unreal content. A little bit of dark chalk right in the middle. Cream of rice is unbelievable. It is by far the best pre and post you can have. Ram your oats. Oats are terrible. They're not really, they're alright. Cereal. I've got cereal in here. Like, I've got rice snaps. Like, but, oh God. Come on, Nosmo. But mate, who, like, what grown man has cereal for a fucking post-workout? I'm only kidding. I program it for loads of clients that don't like cream of rice. Cereal's fine as long as it's rice-based and it's not full of fat and sugar. Cocoa Pops is fine, like don't deep it, like rice snaps is fine. If you want to take it to the next level though, cream of rice, raspberries, blueberries, all that kind of shit. The tripod is finally here. I've just been getting some editing done. We're about to go make the pre and the intra. I won't video it, we need to just crack on because we need to go train. This is the latest I've trained in a while, so we need to just go get it done. But look at this beast. How did I turn this round? There we go. Check that beaster, man. See if it stays here. It's fucking huge. The size of that thing, man. Just stopped at an airport trying to carry this with you. Anyway, let's go train. Gimbal's not following me, right? But I'll see you in the gym. Okay, we're at the gym. Quickly 5 minutes on the treadmill. Get the body warm. Get the fucking nut in the game. I might do a wee time lapse of this, we'll see. Usually, the music's on and it's quiet as any. It's actually quite loud. Just thought it'd be warm up. 3 plates for a couple of reps, we'll probably hit like 6.5 for about 6 or 7. And we'll try and hold this all the way through prep because bro needs glutes. Hit this for a wee 1 or 2. We're in. We're fucking locked in. 6 plates for 7 to 9. Just 1 set. I was actually using the hyper extension, the weighted one, the pin loaded one, in flex unit. That is some machine, by the way. Unfortunately, we don't have a flex unit. We've got an impact. So, 6 fucking reps, Blair. Come on, let's go. Right, so he's no longer getting 4K apparently. He's getting 2.7. The card speed's too slow for 4K, so that's good. Paid 70 quid for a card. Can't even use it to record in 4K. Honestly, technology, absolutely hate it. It's so expensive, doesn't even work half the time. Right, pretty much what we were looking to do on that exercise. Glute drive, a lot of hamstring involvement, a lot of glute involvement. I'm not doing it as a cast glute bridge or an isolated glute exercise where we'd have a really small range of motion and we'd just be looking to bring the hips down slightly. The range of motion of your glutes is actually very, very small, but I'm looking to just get after it. Put a bit on the hamstring, put a bit on the glutes in the top. Really strong contraction in the top as well. Slow eccentric and train to failure. Let's not overcomplicate this shit. Belt squat RDL next. Belt squat RDL. Probably one of the best movements for your hamstrings and your glutes that I recently just discovered. I used to just do a barbell RDL. Get the tunes off. I used to just do a barbell RDL. Wasn't really doing much for my glutes. Wasn't able to get the hips as far back as I needed to actually feel the tension in the glutes. With this, it's a lot easier to generate the torque that's required for an RDL, in my opinion. It's just such a better setup. So I'm glad I found this. I didn't even know this machine could fucking do this till like about 6 weeks ago. So we'll hit a wee warm-up set and see what we could rip. Probably like 5.5 plates, 6 plates, all the way to failure every single time, because we're not fucking gay. And it keeps stopping. These are the kind of sets that you've got to get in the zone for. I'm going to need to pay for a new SD card, which is brilliant because I just spent fucking 70 quid on this one. So, if any of you are looking to get jacked, proper huge, sign up to the coaching, man, so I can get an SD card. Help your Uncle Sugar Free it. Yeah, let's get some chalk on. Get in the zone for this set. Because these are the sets that matter. I'm not gonna lie, motivation at training day was quite low. I'm still here getting after it though. Bro's got a medal to be winning. But this is definitely like the least motivated I've been to train in a while. I think it's just pushing all the steps and the cardio and the low food. Like, we're not even in fucking the depths of hell yet. Still a long way to go. Still lower food to go. Still probably more steps and cardio to go. But I'm all here for it. Let's go. Yeah, come on. Let's fucking see it, Blair. Let's fucking see it, bro. Come on. Come on. Two more. I wasn't getting one more. No way that was happening. The execution on that was slightly off as well. We'll drop that to 5.5 next week and make it cleaner. One shy of the rep range, that's not too bad. Tension was good. Felt that through the glutes and the hamstrings pretty much the whole way. I could have took a step back a wee bit and probably got a little bit more torque. but it is what it is. Still a decent set nonetheless. It was nowhere near the set I did with Taylor last week, and we fucking didn't film it because I'm an idiot. It was an absolute belter of a set as well. Time to get into some upper back work. Like, I want to do another set of that right now. It's like one set on the glute drive, one set on that. When you're in a calorie deficit, unfortunately, you can't train like that. You need to make sure that you're staying within your means of recovery. Top tip number 1. Just to cover the basics of how to perform an RDL. Weight in the heels, push the hips back, don't lower the back. A lot of people just bend over with their hips in the same position. You want to imagine you're trying to get your hips away from the front of your feet while maintaining a good position and good posture through the thoracic portion of your spine. If you just do that in your house, you're going to feel it. And again, that's why I prefer the belt squat RDL. Right, now we're on to the upper back, well, mid-back row of choice. I usually like doing this unilaterally, almost kind of standing up like this, getting really protracted, and then just driving the elbow through the top and slightly raising the shoulder. But the cables are broke, so we can't fucking use it. So this is just going to do, I'm just going to not pull this in as low. Usually you would almost kind of drive, like if you were doing like a really low, like a low row, a lat focused low row, you'd want to drive that down, elbows in, really close to the sides. But we're just going to keep it a touch higher to keep it on the mid lat. Feeling it today, like, but we move on. Hopefully I'm actually making sense when I'm speaking to this fucking camera. Fucking music blaring in my ears. Fucking Linkin Park screaming at us. Fuck knows if I'm even saying a coherent sentence. Hopefully I am. Hopefully I get home and this is actually edible. Edible? See what I mean? I really need to get better at speaking for YouTube. Not the greatest swap, I'll be honest. I'd much rather have the cables to do my fucking low into just like a medium high sort of. Hopefully this Libra's still on. Like a low row, protract to the shoulder, and just really rip that through the back. But unfortunately, it's fucked. And the other ones are getting used, and I need to hurry up. Again, remember what I said on the RDL. Drag, don't snap. You don't want to out the hole and use loads of momentum through your lower back and your spine. You want to keep that shit controlled and drag it so the muscle's actually working. Again, drag not snap. Just try to keep the elbows close to the body, really feeling it through that sort of mid-lat area up here. And then we're going to move up to kind of mid-back traps, rear delts, with more of a pronated sort of grip. Again, I wish we had a double cable pulley system. I'd probably do like some sort of D-handle variation where I'd go like this. But Fortunately, we don't have access to that. So, we need to be pretty fucking quick because this camera's dying. What we're thinking about doing here, there's a lot of scapular protraction and retraction, but keeping the torso in not an incredibly rigid position, but just keeping it roughly at this angle, letting the shoulders be pulled forward with a slightly kind of in between neutral and pronated grip. We're just going to drive really hard, slight little bit of thoracic flexion just to squeeze a lot of the upper back muscles. So really big stretch, like you're trying to reach out, and then just drive the elbows back hard. Flex the thoracic portion of your spine, which is just your upper back, and then fucking squeeze like you've got a credit card in between your scapula, and then just back down. So I'm going to tuck into another set of that. Don't think I'm going to film it. Then we've got some pin loaded low rows, then into lat pull downs for like a DC style drop set, which is just like an intensifier. And then 20 minutes of cardio, baby, let's go. Come on. Come on. I'm not gonna lie, that was a bit of a shit set. Even I know that was a shit set. Yeah, this hasn't been a great session, I'm not gonna lie. The hip thrust maintained on that pretty much. RDL dropped a rep. The sort of mid-back work, the upper back work. The mid-back work was nowhere near as good as last week. The upper back work felt the exact same, to be fair. That's been maintained. Reps were maintained on that as well. That, for whatever reason, holy shit, that was horrendous. That was fucking horrendous. Oh well. You win some, you lose some, eh? We have a DC style rest pause, just one set, 12 reps, 10 to 12 reps in that sort of range. Rest, so like a minute or two's rest, then you go back in. You try and at least get half the amount of reps that you got before with the same load, then you pause, then you go in and try and just get like an extra 3 or 4. Pretty much, just send it. Don't overcomplicate this shit. Right, let's fucking go. Get the tunes on, come on. Oh my god, who the fuck's done that? Who has tiny legs? Who has legs that size, man? Honestly. Right, come on. Last set. Upper back bias. Let's get it. Okay, there we go. Pretty much when you're doing an upper back bias row, or bias lat pull down, slight lean back, elbows flared. You don't need to flare them as much as everybody thinks you do. You're just going to turn it into like a rear delt focused fly at that point. And then just, again,
drive through the elbow, not the hands. See a lot of people just like pull with their hands, scrunch their shoulders forward. You have to learn to move with your scapula. Move with the shoulders rather than just the hands. The shoulders must move with the elbows for you to engage your upper back properly. Anyway, that's probably enough rest. Come on. That's it. Whoa. Wee intensifiers at the end of workouts are brilliant. Really, really good. Again, just remember, if you are training with a high degree of quality, execution's really, really good, and you're training to failure, or a good proximity to failure across most of your sets, leave the intensifiers to the end. Like, you want to actually save your energy for the quality work. If you find yourself doing a fucking intensifier on like your first set, you know what I mean, like you come in, and like, right, okay, lat pull down, bro, and you do like fucking 3 rest pauses and like static holds and fucking whatever. I can't really think of a lot of intensifiers at the moment, I'm kind of fucked, but you get the gist. Save the intensifiers until the workout's nearly done. Possibly the worst video I've ever took of my posing ever. I picked the worst spot, the lighting was absolutely horrendous, so I'm definitely not going to post it. 20 minutes on the stairs. I mean, I'm training again on Monday, so I'll get some posing in then, and I'll show you. I'm going to try and record as much for the YouTube as I possibly can. Right, let's get after it. Heart rate between 120 and 130. 20 minutes. We are done, team. 20 seconds to go. Come on. We are home. Time to tuck in to the cream of rice. There it is there. Fucking lovely stuff. Just need to make the whey paste. And inject some insulin. Posterior day, all filmed, apart from the posing. More content coming your way, troops. Like, subscribe, and share. Eat